shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Your boy Chris is out on the Goldwing with Jumper.
Yeah, we've only got 113 miles to go. You do that standing on your head.
I tell you what, these motorcycles are magnets, man. You put them at the gas station, and I promise you, people will come up. This guy, he was talking about the first time he rode a motorcycle and he injured himself, some people saying.
Yeah, he wanted to ride yours.
Oh, no. What did Bishop Goldwing say? Hell no. No.
There are very few people I would let get on my motorcycle.
You ain't lying, man.
Very few.
You know, that brings me to motorcycle etiquette. Motorcycle etiquette. Rule number 1. Never touch another man's motorcycle. Some men love their motorcycles more than they love their wives.
I would let you ride my bike if you're a responsible person, experienced rider, and I know if you wrecked it, you can afford to replace it. If you meet those 3 criteria, I'll let you get on it.
Right, but now let me ask you, what if somebody just walked up and sat on your bike? Just walking up
I don't go for that. No.
Right. That's why I say, you never touch a man's motorcycle.
Right.
I mean, that's a form of disrespect because they put so much money and time in their bike. Some men love their bikes more than they love their wives. You go touch it on their bike, that's like touching on their wife.
You know, it was Charlie Woodruff. I had my 1500 thing, and he had an 1800, and he said, "Hey, you want to ride, Jumper? You want to ride my bike?" I didn't ask him. He asked me if I wanted to ride. So I said, "Yeah, let me take it around the block." Man, I got on this bike. I think it was that next week I was down there Honda trade my bike in.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I could feel a difference between the 15 and the 1800.
Right.
You know, as far as the power. You know.
Right. Yeah, a guy don't mind letting you sit on his bike. He might let you ride his bike, but you gotta ask. That's the key word. You can't just go get on it, sit on it, touch on it. You gotta ask. Jumper. We've been knowing each other a while, and we've been logging miles together out on the road. Well, I wouldn't go sit on your bike without asking you first.
Right.
I wouldn't even touch it without asking you first. Like one time I stopped at a Waffle House. I come back out, these 2 older guys was looking at my bike, and one guy was standing over it. He had a cigarette in his mouth. And I'm thinking, man, you dropped them ashes on my seat. I might have to open up a 55-gallon drum of whoop ass. But seriously.
Yeah, I know that didn't go over well with you.
Yeah, I said, sir, don't lean over my bike. You know what I mean? He was leaning over it like,
right.
Drop
a cigarette ashes.
Right, the bikes are a magnet. You can look at a guy's bike, but just stay about 3 feet back from it.
Yeah.
Don't get 6 inches from his bike or start touching on his bike. You get too close, you're violating his personal space. You can look at somebody's bike, but stay back at least 3 feet.
Right.
Keep a 3-foot perimeter, and that's how you'll be on the safe side. But if you get within that 1-foot perimeter, and then you decide you want to touch his throttle, you want to put your hands on his chrome. Now he been cleaning his chrome all day.
Right.
He been shining his bike all week. And then here you are, come put your greasy fingers on his shiny chrome because you like the way it looks.
Right.
That's why I say, man, you can't touch a man's bike without just asking, hey, would it be okay if I sit on it? Would it be okay, ask him first. He's going to either say yes or no. But if you take it upon yourself and go put your hands on his bike, you might wake up in the hospital.
Nah, I don't touch me. I don't think I've ever asked anybody. I know I haven't asked somebody if I can ride that bike. The only reason I got on Charlie's bike because he offered. He just came out of nowhere. He's like, man, you want to ride my bike? I thought for a second. I said, yeah, let me ride it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That messed me up, man.
But sometimes they want to just look at the bike. Not so much ride. Right. They want to look at it because it's a magnet. It draws people's attention, but I just say just don't touch it without asking, Right. You come back and somebody's sitting on your bike. That ain't cool, man. That'll get some nuts inside your head. So, before you just go sit on somebody's bike, ask them if it's okay.
I remember right after I got my 1500 Goldwing, I was staying down there in Alexandria. I lived in an apartment during the week, went home on the weekends. Right. So I had it parked outside my apartment. Outside my apartment. I looked out there and the kid was sitting on my motorcycle, going back and forth on the throttle, man.
Right.
And I didn't come down on it too hard because he was a young kid,
Right.
But I went out there and explained to him. I said, son, you can't sit on my motorcycle. I don't want to see you on it. Don't get back on it again. So now if you want to touch it, I need to be here while you're doing that.
Right.
But you can't be coming out here getting on my bike. And in respect, he was like, yes, sir. He just didn't know where his boundaries were. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So there's some unwritten rules out here, man. I was watching one video. This guy was on a sports bike. Tried to pass these two Harley riders. I think they were from a club. I'm trying to think of the name of that club. It's a 1% club. I can't think of the name of it. If I think of it, I'll say it. He tried to go past him, man. And one of the Harley guys, I guess he felt disrespected, so he started throwing up hands and he tried to come over on the guy. Mungo.
Because they were passing him?
Right. With clubs, they want you to get permission before you just pass.
Okay.
I mean, it's some unwritten rules out here that people might not be aware of. In a bike club, and you try to pass them, you're supposed to get permission from the tail gunner before you just pass their club. But some they just as a form of disrespect. Follow what I'm saying?
You just taught me something. Well, I saw that on YouTube with this guy. I think he was a Hells Angels guy.
Okay.
He pulled alongside this dude and told him, that's a good way to lose your life, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was upset. He was upset because somebody passed him. Come on, man.
That's all I'm saying.
Are you kidding me?
There's some unwritten rules out here. Now, if they behind you, let's say we look back in our mirror, and a 1%er bike club is back there coming up toward us. Well, they behind us, right? So as long as we stay way out front, we good. But if we come up on them, right, then we're not supposed to pass them without getting permission first. That's just an unwritten rule. Now you can do it, but you certainly get your ass kicked. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
You follow me? I mean, it ain't, okay. Those are biker rules, man. There's some unwritten rules out here. So that's why those two Harley guys got upset at the guy on the crotch rocket because he tried to zoom past him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. It sounds crazy, but to some of these clubs, man, these bikes are their life, man. It's extreme. For us, we don't care. But I'm just telling you, that's the way it is.
Okay. Well, you just took me to school because I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No. I passed clubs before.
Right.
You know, I guess I just didn't pass one that, you know, one of roughneck club.
Yeah. I mean, if you're an MC, technically you're supposed to get another rule.
So how do you get permission?
You gotta reach out to that dominant club.
Okay.
And let them know you're coming through. Because it's their territory.
Okay.
I mean, you know, that's what you're supposed to. Well, those are unwritten. Like I say, they're unwritten rules. It's not like those are unwritten rules. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody claiming a certain territory. So, you know, you're supposed to reach out to that dominant club and let them know you're coming through. Which most people ain't gonna do that now. You know, a lot of these clubs. You know, but those are unwritten rules, man.
Yeah, like I said, I did see that on YouTube, but one guy got confronted like that. But I didn't come to the conclusion that it's something that's prevalent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because this dude was by himself. This is a Holly guy by himself.
Right.
And but he, you know, he was probably a Hell's Angel or what's that other one that's
got a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, but the two biggest one is Hell's Angels and
got the
I forget what Yeah. Well, you know they had that big shootout in Texas.
Right.
That was I don't know, about 5 years ago. Man,
I remember.
Hell's Angels and another club, they got into it at it was either
like bar or some kind of
no, it was Twin Peaks. Yeah, it was at a Twin Peaks. And the Hell's Angels and that other club got into it, man.
Yeah,
and I think about
got the booze fighters, you know.
Yeah, some of those guys got killed. It was quite a shootout. It's about 5 or 6 of them got killed, man.
Man, they take us upstairs, man. You can't be rolling up with no three rocker vests in their territory, man. You know, I mean, some clubs are rival. So, you know, your club can do something and piss off the other club, and now they want to bring heat down on you, and you didn't have nothing to do with it. But since you're affiliated with their club, that's just the way it works.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's some unwritten rules out here, man. It's street. It's club etiquette. That's why I'm saying passing a 1%er club without getting permission. That's why those guys get mad when you want to blow past them. You better not stop. I tell you that much. Don't stop it. Don't stop and get fuel. They coming. Now I've had them behind me.
That's a damn shame you lose your life because you pass somebody on the highway.
Hey man, I'm just telling you.
It's a crazy world we live in.
Hey, I've had them behind me, but I keep them behind me. I don't let them catch up because they'll come up. They might run up running 100. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I see them back there, I'm finna get on up. They're not gonna catch up to me. I'm gonna open his wing up. but let's just say you're running up to them. Let's say you traveling, you run up to them. Let's say they're in this right lane up here, and there's a bunch of them. You ain't supposed to just blow past them. You follow me?
Right.
You could, but you probably get your ass kicked.
Okay.
And even if they can't catch you, they'll catch you at a fuel stop.
Right.
So it's just some unwritten rules, man. That's all it is. That's why those guys. I know why they got mad. Even though to me it don't make sense. I don't agree with it. But I know how they think. I know the etiquette. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Like these guys, they want to look like a club and put them 3 rocker patches on there, and claim a certain territory. Well, that dominant club that's in that area, who says it's their territory, now you roll up with your homemade 3 rocker vest that you done bought a vest out of the leather shop and put and made you a vest and put you a 3-rocker patch on the back. Now you looking like an MC, but you didn't get permission from that dummy club in that area. It's biker life, man. You know.
Yeah.
It is, man.
Look,
some
bro,
guys wanna.
It ain't that deep to me.
I know, but it ain't that deep to us. But to some of these clubs, it's that deep to them.
I guess a damn who passes me on the highway. You know what I'm saying? Especially,
I know.
When I was young, you know, I'd take it as a challenge. You know, somebody zoom past you, okay, he trying to challenge me.
Right.
I don't care who passed me now. You know, I've had a couple of people on this bike pull alongside of me and want me to. I used to do stuff like that. I ain't doing that now.
It makes as much
I got nothing to prove.
It makes as much sense as you in your car and you get mad at another car for passing. That wouldn't make sense, would it?
No.
But to a 1%er bike club, if you pass them without permission,
disrespect.
That's a form of disrespect to them. I'm just saying, man. I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you that is the rule. But a lot of bikers don't know that.
Hey, look, man. First of all, I don't travel at speeds where I don't think I'd be zooming past no bike club because they always zooming past me. They be rolling at no less than 100 miles an hour. No less.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So that's not a threat that I'm going to be presenting to anybody. But now that I know that you schooled me on it, hey, I got no problem with taking off the exit, taking me a stretch break, and then get back on my bike.
There you go. If I see them coming up back,
it's not worth my life to try to pass somebody on the highway, man. That's just crazy.
Put it this way: if I see a 1%er bike club coming up back there, I'm finna open his wing up, bro. They ain't gonna catch up to me. They gonna have to ride hard and ride fast to catch my wing. Now, if I'm coming up on them, that's another story.
Right.
Rules say you can't pass them. They didn't say you can't stay out in front of them.
Right.
You heard that old saying, hogs run, wings fly? You're going to see this wing fly, baby. You're going to say, man, look at that wing. He's flying. I'm going to the left lane. I'm going to the left.
This thing can cruise all day long at 100 miles an hour.
That's all I'm saying.
I know it. This bike here can cruise at 100.
If I see them coming up, I'm going to open my wing up. I ain't going to let them catch up to me.
My 1500 would do that. I can set that thing on 100. And it'll ride as long as I got gas in it.
They Harleys will run hot trying to keep up with my... Harleys run hot trying to keep up with this wing. Some of the clubs are pretty cool about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the 1%er club. You know, regular bike clubs, they don't care. But like them 1%ers,
yeah.
Hey man, that's rules. That's rules to them. 50 of them and one of you.
The guys were talking the other day about some bike clubs like the Outcast.
Right.
You ever heard of them? The Outcast
I think I have.
The Outcast and what's the other one in Birmingham? My dad used to ride with them guys back in the day. I mean, every now and then he knew those guys, but he wasn't a member of the club. But they were cool with my dad. They let him. He was just like, I guess like a mentored in them, or he was an older. At the time, my dad was in his 40s, and all them guys were in their 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they let him ride. They thought he was cool, but he never joined. You know what I'm saying? He'd go to the clubhouse and hang out with them sometime. But
right.
Things were different then. That was the 70s.
It's just like if you want to start a club, you can't just go, I'm gonna just start me a club, and these are gonna be my colors, and we're gonna put on 3 rocket patches because we want a club. You're supposed to get permission. You're supposed to get a blessing from the dominant group in that territory.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because your colors may look like their color. You gotta get their blessing. You don't have to, but you may be starting a war. So, it's some rules to just even starting you a club. You're supposed to get a blessing, man. You can't just pick out some colors and, this is going to be my colors and this is going to be my territory and this America. Okay. That's like back in, years ago. I don't know if they still do it, but like let's say you trying to open up you a business in New York. I'm gonna open up me a whatever. Hey man, the mob show up and be like, okay, we need X amount of dollars out of you every month to operate. Or we gonna make your life hell. It happens, man. I don't know if they still do stuff like that, but they did it back in the day.
They tax you, huh?
Yeah, they tax you. Gonna shake you down. Okay, I'm gonna go to New York and open me a hot dog stand. Okay. Make it rolled up on.
I just saw the name of that was Easy Riders. Easy Riders. Yeah, Easy Riders. Yeah, I don't know if they still around, but that's what my dad used to ride with sometimes. The Easy Riders and that other club.
Yeah.
Outcast.
Oh, okay. Biker life. Learn the rules of the road.
Those guys some of them, man, it's like they trying too hard,
Yeah. Like I said,
they riding around with all that damn leather on and shit, and it's 100 degrees and you got on leather boots and chaps and vests and, black bandana, all dressed in black. Yeah.
Well, you got 1%ers and you got regular MCs. 1%ers, they take that really, really serious.
Okay, I'll be on the lookout.
Not that regular MCs don't take it serious, but
right. Well, I'm on the show. They look at Goldwing riders as
right. Right.
There ain't no threat. Yeah, right. They know we middle-aged guys, just enjoying motorcycle ride. We ain't got nothing to prove to nobody.
Hey, you can't even be in a club. I bet you can't even be in a club without a Harley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be in a club with no Goldwing. A Goldwing is like a dolphin in the ocean.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Those 1%ers, they look at themselves as sharks. They look at a Goldwing rider as a dolphin. You're not a threat to them.
Well, I got news for you. Dolphins kill sharks. You didn't know that.
Well, I'm just saying.
They do.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying.
Goddamn, sharks see dolphins coming, they get the hell out of Dodge, man.
All right.
Because dolphins so much smarter than sharks, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe they see
they're real intelligent.
Maybe they see themselves as killer whales.
Yeah.
We're the dolphins. I don't know. But we're not a threat. We're not a threat.
No, we're not a threat.
Goldwing guys are not a threat. They say our bikes are rice paddy.
something, man. Brothers used to wouldn't even ride a Harley. Back in the 70s.
Yeah.
No, you didn't see no black guys on a Harley. They rode Kawasaki's and Hondas, man.
Right.
Maybe some Suzuki's, but the most popular bike in those days was KC900 or T1000 Kawasaki or a Honda 750.
Right.
And then when that damn CBS came out, that CBX, man, that was a game changer. That CBX, that 6-cylinder came out.
Right.
Man, there was nothing could touch it. But you know, that was back in my day. I was in high school then, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted a Goldwing so bad, but I couldn't afford one. That's like in 84, I think it might have been 85. I got my first new bike was a GS 850 Suzuki.
Right. Right.
It had the fairing on it.
Right.
Had a cassette tape. It was a nice bike, man. It was a nice looking bike too. But it wasn't no gold.
Right. You there, Jumper?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you see a lot of, back in the day, for the most part, you see older guys riding Goldwing. Yeah, them are the ones that can afford it.
Yeah.
Young man ain't gonna, pay no, most guys would be retired to get a Goldwing. Not everybody, but you know how it goes.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Hey, think about it, man. You can buy a car. You can buy a car for what these motorcycles cost. I mean,
Yeah.
They $30,000, and by the time you get through accessorizing, it's $42,000-$43,000. If you buy a trailer, now you knocking at add another 10, you $50,000 motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly.
Or more. You know what I'm saying?
On my way to Birmingham, it was two guys. One was like he was on like an adventure bike. Gas station. I come out. He said, "Man, that's a nice Goldwing." He said, "I heard that once you ride a Goldwing, you don't want to ride nothing else." I said, "You heard correct." They was on some, some inexpensive. I mean, he was like on a BMW. The other guy was on a cheaper bike. I don't even know what it was. But they knew what I had. I heard once you ride a Goldwing, you don't want anything else. I said, you at the top of the mountain. You got that right.
There's another young brother. Yeah, there's another young brother out there that's got a YouTube channel. And I can't recall his name, but, he's a big-time Harley rider. And he just went down to the Honda dealership one day for grins and giggles and test drove a bagger. Man, right. Yeah, that brother lost his mind, man. He went out there and he went out there and traded his Harley Davidson in. And he had those pipes put on it that you put on, what are them, the shockers? Shock
road.
Yeah, man, and he put those pipes on there and he went out test ride, and after he put the pipes on there, you would have thought he was about 10 years old, man. He was screaming and hollering, so excited. Those pipes are going to change. A lot of young guys would get a Goldwing if they could get that rumble. They want that rumble.
Right.
And I get it. I mean, when I was in my 20s, if I was in my 20s, I would have a bagger with those pipes on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I put them on. They sound good.
Yeah.
They just, the way I travel on the interstate for a long time, hours and hours, I don't want to hear that.
It's just too much noise.
For me, it is. For me, but,
Yeah, it wouldn't be for me, too.
Some guys is not. It sounds good, but, it's like children. Children, you look at a child and be like, oh, that's a nice child, but that's your child, not mine. You know what I'm saying? Like babies. Like babies. Oh, that's a cute baby. But I don't have to be the one to keep the change the pepper. So that's why I look at them shock rolls. They sound good, but I don't have to listen to them full time. Whereas the next guy, he likes it, but they sound really good. They're just, for me, I like it quiet, man. The way I ride, my riding style. I'm going to ride from sun up to sundown. I don't want to get off the bike with a headache.
Well, I knew that I didn't want it because, like I was saying earlier, you know, I bought that Monte Carlo Super Sport with those dual pipes on it.
Right.
After about a year, man, that thing was driving me crazy, man. I wasn't trading it in and say it'd be the same thing, you know.
Right.
I put them on here. You get out on the road after about an hour, you like, this getting on my nerves. It's too much noise.
Right. That's how it was for me, man. I'm kind of making a video. It sounds good like on a short trip, back road, but on the interstate, 3,000 RPM for hours on end, I don't want to hear that.
But you think these bikes quiet? Like I told you, that first Goldwing, that GL 1000. This bike is noisy compared to that bike, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That bike was so quiet. I mean, you would literally go down the highway at 90 miles an hour, and wouldn't hear anything but the wind going past the hill.
That's why I like it. That's the way I like it.
That thing was something else, bro.
Yeah, these newer Goldwings, they try to put a little rumble to them.
Right.
Previous generation was quiet, not as quiet as so 70 miles out, 1 hour. Well, it should be an hour, but back home I can run 70 miles in 1 hour, but I can really come on an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to be getting off the interstate at some point. If it was all interstate, probably be.
I believe GPS is taking us a different way because we're going into town, not going to the beach.
Yeah, it's saying 16 miles, get off on 69, exit 113.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just do whatever it tell you to do.
Yeah. I'm going to look up the weather map and see what the weather looks like.
Oh, yeah, we coming into some rain. Matter of fact, we over a rain cloud right now. Or under a rain cloud.
Yeah, it's some rain all around. Pop up rain shower. Amazing how that rain be coming up off that Gulf.
Oh yeah. You know, anytime you're around water, it's all that humidity, man. It rains a lot more.
Yeah, that's true. Are you the guy that said it don't thunderstorm on the Goldwing, get thunderstorm around it?
I believe it.
Damn.
Really, man, I'll tell you, this bike, it is as good as the other bike as far as keeping the rain off you, driving into it.
Right.
So it's well designed. It's well designed. So I'm not really, that concerned about being in the rain on it.
Right.
Because that time I came up to your house, I rode mostly in the rain to get those brake shoes put on.
Right.
It didn't bother me. As long as it's not cold and wet. I don't mind being wet as long as I'm not cold.
Not both.
Yeah. What I always do is look at the cars going the opposite direction.
Right, and see if they got their wipers and stuff.
Yeah, if they got the wipers going, you know you coming into it.
Right. Put some extra lights on the bottom of your bike, on the bottom front.
Nah, I haven't done any lights yet.
Seems like you got 4, like you got 2 on each side on the bottom, and that's what it looks like from here.
Yeah. There's 2 fog lights down there.
I know it came with some fog lights. You didn't add none to it? 4 lights on the front, or is that 2?
Nah, it's just those 2 fog lights. I haven't added anything. Everything on here came on here.
Look like 4 lights to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, boy, I had a victory in that trailer. I guess they didn't sell well enough, I guess. They went under.
Say that again, Jumper.
So I saw that victory on that trailer back there. I said, I guess they didn't sell well enough. They went under.
What is that, for sale? Or you saying victory sold out?
No, I was saying victories. The Victory motorcycle brand, they went under, didn't they?
Yeah, they said I think Polaris bought them.
Oh, okay.
Indian, but I think Polaris owned Indian. But
okay.
I'm saying it correctly. They got bought out. How my trailer pulling?
It's fully true. Straight as an arrow, man.
Straight as an arrow, alright?
Yeah. Nice motorhome.
Oh, yeah.
That thing cost about, it's over $2 million.
$2 million?
Over $2 million. Me and my wife came down here, and we stayed at this campground that I'm going to be making the reservations at.
Right.
We met this black couple, man, and man, they had a real nice, Bucks motorhome, and it was, I think it was an Integrity. But anyway, it's one of those $500,000 jobs, right? So we spent the evening hanging out with them, and they just seem like regular people, man. They're real cool. That brother told me he offered to sell his motorhome, and I just kind of laughed it off. I'm like, I can't afford no damn $500,000 motorhome. But he told me he was going to sell it because he had ordered him a Prevost.
Right.
And he told me it was $2.8 million. What?
I can give you the 0.8, but not the 2.
2.8. $2,800,000 motorhome.
I can give you the 0.8, but not the 2.
You know how rich you gotta be to spend $2.8 million on a toy? I mean, they don't live in it. That's just a recreational thing for them.
Right.
I never asked him what he did for a living, but whatever it is, he's good at it.
Whatever, huh? Hey, we're going to be getting off on this exit coming up, Jump.
Yeah, this is it. 69. Yeah, it's taking us away. Yeah, that's the one that you're going to normally take exit 69. Yeah, we exchanged information, but I don't know what happened to it. Sometimes you meet people and you spend an afternoon with them and have a good time and never see them again.
Right.
Yeah, can you see the weather up ahead? Do we need to...
You want to stop and top off just in case? I mean, we got fuel. I'm at a half a tank, but...
Yeah.
You want to just stop and top off?
I don't know. We might want to put our rain jackets on at least.
All right. I'm going to stop at the Chevron over here.
Yeah. They got some good food in there. I know they used to.
Pop off. Bought gas and didn't use it. I have.
No, why I feel this way? I'm left-handed.
Bought gas and didn't use it.
All right, what are they charging over here? $2.99. They proud of their gas. They're real proud of it. That's true. It's 10 cents cheap now. It's $2.99. They be playing games with that Circle K. They have that price for members, and don't need to get a little bit over there. Yeah, hot shot guy over there. Better him than me. That's all I got to say.